Hello class, welcome to our mathematics class of today, and I'm your teacher, Samuel the Great. Today we want to talk about circles, and specifically we will talk about how to calculate the perimeter of a sector of a circle. Now, what is a sector? What is a sector? That is what we want to talk about. What is a sector? So, a sector is part of a circle. A sector is part of a circle. So, it's part of a circle. So, for example, we have this circle like that, and then now this is the center of the circle. If we take this, we make that this point up to here is known as a radius, and we make another one here from this point up to here. All right, these are radii, and this is an arc. This point here, this arc and the two radii makes a sector, and this sector is part of the whole circle. So a sector is part of a circle. That is what we mean by sector. So if we remove this part from this circle, we will have something like this center, then that way, this way, then that way. We've now removed this thing here from the circle to have this. Now this one is a sector. All right? So a sector looks like that. It's part of a circle. So if you do this also, okay, that is one radius, and I had that one like that, another radius, I would have made a diameter. All right? So this part here will also form a sector. So a sector is part of a circle. This one also is a sector. This one, okay? Are we together? So I'm believing that you are seeing what a sector is. Also, let me have another example here. If we have such a thing, center is here, then like that, then we have this part here. This part also, the colored part is also a sector. So a part of a circle is what we call a sector. So we want to see how we calculate the perimeter of any given sector of a circle. Now, the perimeter of a circle, a sector that is calculated by this formula, theta out of 360 2 pi r, all of this one plus 2r. This is the formula for calculating the perimeter of a sector. Now let's take, for example, this sector here. For example, I have this sector. This is 45 degrees, all right? And then we have radius to be 11.2 centimeters. Now you are told to calculate the perimeter of this sector. So what do we do? And here you are given pi to be 22 out of 7. So what do? We substitute these values in the formula. So as we said, this is what we do. Perimeter perimeter of a sector is theta out of 360 2 pi r plus 2r. That is what we do. So we now substitute. We have theta here, which is 45 degrees over 360, all right? Then times 2 times pi is 22 over 7, all right? Times radius, which is 11.2. 11.2, okay? Then all of this plus 2 times radius 11.2, right? Okay? So you take up your calculator like that. Then you now feed these figures in your calculator as they are. So we say 45 divided by 360, right? Times 2 times 22 divided by 7 times 11.2. This one gives you 8.8. And they are in centimeters, remember? Then, that is centimeters, okay? Here, plus 2 times 11.2, this will give you 22.4, all right? 22.4. So, after this, we now add 88.8 plus 22.4. So what do you get? 8.8 plus 22.4. So the answer is 31.2 centimeters. That is now our answer. So the perimeter of this sector is 31.2 centimeters. So that is how we calculate perimeter of a sector. Now I want to have another example here so that we can understand. And I'm hoping that as I am doing this, you are also doing it so that you can get to know and understand better. So another example is we have a sector like this. Okay. Okay. Then now this is 21 centimeters. Then you are told to calculate the perimeter of this sector. All right. So you're given pi as 22 out of 7. So the first thing here is that we do not know the value of theta here. But from your knowledge of mathematics, when you see such a sign, all right, it means this angle here is a right-angled thing. Are we together? Since this is a sector, so this is a right-angled sector. And when we have a right angle here, it is always 90 degrees, whether you are given or not. Are we together? So this is 90 degrees. So we have our theta here, and we have our radius, we have our pi. So we apply our formula, which is perimeter. It's always given by theta over 360 times 2 times 22. Let's begin times pi, that is times r. Are we together? All of this plus 2 times r. Are we together? So we come here and say theta is 90 out of 360. We are substituting these values in the formula. Times 2 times pi is 22 out of 7 times radius, which is 21. Okay, all of this, you add 2 times 21. Are we together? So you take your calculator, all right, and then feed this information here the way it is. So 90 divided by 360 times 2 times 22 divided by 7 times 21. This one gives you 33. This one. Then we have plus 2 times 21 is 42. So 33 plus 42 is 75 centimeters. Always put units. So this is now the perimeter of this sector. And I hope up to this point, we are together. So that's how you calculate the perimeter of a circle. So the thing is, you have to master this formula, all right? Are we together? And then understand how we substitute values which you've been given in the formula. That is how easy it is. Now, having seen the perimeter of a sector, I want now to talk about area of a sector. Area of a sector. Now, I believe and I know we know what a sector is. A sector is part of a circle. So how do we calculate now area? We've seen how we calculate perimeter. So how do we do when it comes to area of a sector? So to calculate area of a sector, we have this formula, which is theta over 360 pi r squared. This is now the formula for calculating area. Are we together? Of a sector. Now, I want us to have an example here. For example, we have this sector. Okay. Okay. Then you are given 84 centimeters. Okay. And you are told to calculate the area. And always you are given pi to be 22 over 7. So what do? We have to find theta so that we can substitute it here. In this case, we have not been given, but I told you that when you have this, such a sign, it means this is a right angled sector. So this is now 90. In fact, let me explain this further before we proceed. Let's take, for example, this is our circle. Okay? There is this center here. This circumference here, I talked about circumference. So circumference is this measurement here or length. It subtends an angle here, which is 360 degrees. This whole angle here at the center. Are we together? So that angle is 360. So if you take a quarter of this circle like this, okay, since all of this angle here is 360, so a quarter of 360 is 90. Are we together? So you can also do that. So if it is a half of the circle, all right, then the other 90 degrees will be here. So this is 90 degrees. So a half of this circle, okay, which is a same circle, will be subtended 180 degrees by this arc. So meaning the whole of this semicircle here is 180 degrees. So that when you divide it here like this, you will have 90 here and 90 here. That is now how we do that. That was by the way. And I hope that you've understood. Now, so we have 90. So we substitute here. We say area is theta of 360 pi r squared. Now, theta here is 90 over 360 times 22 over 7. All right? Times radius is 84 squared. So 84 times 84. So you feed those figures in your calculator like that. 90 divided by 360 times 22 out of 7 times 84 times 84. Okay. So here, my scientific calculator is telling me that we have 5,544 centimeters square. Okay? 5,544 centimeters square. So that now is the area of a sector. Now remember the units. When we are calculating area, the units always are in square units. The other side, when we are talking about perimeter, the units were not squared. They were just like that. So when it comes to area, any area that is calculated, the units must be in square units. So that is very important. So that is now how we calculate the area of a sector. Let me have another example here for you so that you can understand this properly. Now, another example here is, let me say we have this. Okay. Then you are given radius. Yeah, this is now another example we have here. You are told to calculate the area of this sector here. This area. So what do we do? Here, first of all, you must find theta. Now, 91 centimeters is radius. This is the center, eh? And I said, when we have this sign here, it means this is 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. So, since the whole of the angle subtended at the center by the circumference is 360, for you to find this angle here, okay, is 360 minus 90. What do you get? 270 degrees. So, this is now the angle subtended by this arc. So now we have theta here. We have radius. Now we can calculate the area. So area is equal to theta over 360 pi r squared. So here theta is 270 divided by 360 times 22 over 7 times radius is 91 times 91. So what do we get? You feed your calculator with that. 270 divided by 360 times 22 divided by 7 times 91 times 91, right? So this gives you 1951 9.5 centimeters squared. So this is 19,519.5 centimeters square. So this is our area. So that is how we calculate area of a sector of a circle. And it's my hope that you've understood how we calculate the perimeter of a sector and area of a sector. I said when it comes to perimeter of a sector, we use theta out of 360, 2 pi r plus 2r. When it comes to area, is theta over 360 pi r squared. So that is what we had for today. And I hope that mathematics is going to be as easy as it is. It is easy, you can see. Now what you do a lot of practice, because out of that practice, you become perfect. Now from this side, I want to say thank you for watching. I'm Sam Maneno the Great, your teacher. See you on the other side of nature. Thank you for watching.